excited to have the opportunity to bring to the podium Director of Bands at Colorado University in Boulder, a mentor to me since I moved to Colorado in 1997, and an inspiration to many musicians. And we're so honored that he's a part of our program at the Western International Band Clinic. Please welcome Professor Alan McMurray.
I also have been asked to say a few words. Use the time well. This group has been working very, very diligently for some time, like many groups that go from their homes away to play at festivals. And in 1999, I had the opportunity to work with an ensemble that was also getting prepared to go on the road. They asked me to come out and work with them on a piece entitled Shenandoah. That ensemble was preparing a trip. They were going to be leaving in about 4 days. And I told the ensemble about the story of Shenandoah because Cheryl Floyd and I are friends, and she had told me what had happened when a member of her ensemble had died, a horn player. And she had contacted Frank Kelly and asked if he would write a piece, and he wrote Shenandoah, which was a tribute to the little boy and also to his passion for the Civil War. It was wonderful working with this ensemble, and I had no idea that 4 days later, that high school named Columbine would have the tragedy that they had on April 20th. So at Colorado, at the University of Colorado, and throughout Colorado, we were right in the proximity of that, with friends, with colleagues. The son of Bill Biscuit, the band director, was playing trumpet in my band, and we wanted to do something right away. It was really difficult. The school was closed down. The students were sharing another campus, and the kids couldn't even get back into the school to get their instruments. Everything was locked down because they weren't sure whether there was any other danger that was there. But a number of students at the University of Colorado met with me, and we decided that it would be really great if it was possible for us to commission a piece to commemorate the survivors and those who lost their lives in this terrible tragedy. And I called Frank Kelly because of the experience that I'd had with Shenandoah, and knowing that it had been a piece that was very, very important to that high school. And Frank is very, very busy, and had told me at the time that when I first called him that it was not going to be possible, that he was already 2 years backed up with commissions, and while he would love to write it, he didn't have the time. So I was kind of running through other possibilities in my mind while we were also dealing with the nonstop CNN that was going on. And then on late Sunday night, I got another phone call. It was Frank Kelly, and he said, my wife and I were watching CNN all weekend, and she turned to me and said, you got to write it. So he said, I've called everybody who I owe pieces to, told them that you called me, and they all said, you need to write it. So from that came a commission through our Kappa Kappa Psi chapter, and as a result of that chapter plus over 150 other chapters donating to this, there emerged this piece of music, American Elegy. We had the opportunity then to do the premiere on our campus, and I was able to, even the same year that the tragedy occurred, the students were finally able to get back in. They got their instruments out. They hadn't had much chance to rehearse, but they gave a final closing concert, and they asked me to come down and conduct Shenandoah with the band, which they decided that they were going to put last on the program of these students because of the meaningfulness of the story as it related to their lives. And it was very moving for me to be part of that experience with those kids, and also very moving to be on the stage and have 3 chairs that had flowers on them. So it was very powerful, and I shared that experience with this band. And from this great piece, this American Elegy emerged. Frank called me and he asked if there was any way that I could get him information about pieces that had been composed for the Columbine and maybe the alma mater. And I found out that there was not an alma mater. The school was young enough that they had not yet got one. So as many of you know, about 2.5 weeks later in the mail came Alma Mater for Columbine, composed by Frank Ticheli. And we'd like to sing that for you right now. The portion of the alma mater that Frank quotes in this piece is, "We are Columbine, we are all Columbine." And in Colorado, and I think throughout the United States, many of us felt that we were part of that school's tragedy, and we were all seeking a way to heal. Since that time, there have been numerous other tragedies throughout the United States. I was out conducting in Fairfax County right after the Virginia Tech shootings had occurred, and decided to take this piece there, and we had a wonderful experience with the band. It gave many of them a chance to express through music what they felt, and to be able to share that with friends who meant a lot to them. So I was delighted when Matthew asked me to conduct this piece, and I'm delighted to share it with you now, and these students are playing it marvelously well. An American Elegy by Frank Ticheli.